Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tony Zano, and this is episode 211 of the world famous University of Love podcast, also known as Online Marketing Moves. And we are coming to you live today. Today is Tuesday, February the 23rd, 2021 at the time of this recording. So if you're listening to this in October of 2025, I want to say hello and where have you been? Okay. But anyway, I'm just kidding. You know, that's the best thing about creating content. People find you all the time. You'll just, you'll make a bunch of videos. And this is why you shouldn't delete any videos, any podcasts. Even if you're in the beginning stages, you might think they are crap, but they're really not. It's just about, practice, getting better. But people will discover you, people will download them, they will find you. Of course, you have to market some so more people can find you. But at the end of the day, whatever you have, record it, go ahead, upload it. Don't worry about the oh, this sounded bad, that sounded bad. Every now and then I do an episode and I'm like, I don't know about that one. But I'm like, you know what? We're gonna upload it anyway. Today, ladies and gentlemen, is a special day. I finally got this whole video recording while I'm doing a podcast. So I have my camera up here. We're recording for the YouTube. We're also simultaneously, say that 3 times, recording the podcast. So we'll see how it goes. So far, it doesn't seem that bad, but it's first time. I tried to do it the other day, and of course, my battery on the camera went dead. I was about 10 minutes in, and I said, that's it. But I got a bunch of books stacked up for the microphone. It's looking pretty well. Right now I got a little table, but soon, well, my wife, she says she's gonna buy me a desk and all that good stuff. So hopefully soon she'll be buying that desk because I got a lot of things to do. But anyway, today we are going to talk about writing, and we're going to talk about writing fast and writing as much as you can. Now, as you well know, we talked about this a few times on the show: copywriting, writing emails, things of that nature. Now, the reason I say you should definitely write fast is because one thing that people make a mistake about, and I definitely have made these mistakes, you start writing and you should just write. If you want to come up with the email, or if you want to come up with say you want to write a Facebook post about, the affiliate product you might be promoting or whatever, you should definitely, write it out first or type it out, however you want to do it. I write mine out on paper. Just write it out. Don't think about, this, that, and the other. Just write it out. Just let it flow. Let it flow from your brain. The faster you let it flow from the brain, the better off you'll be. You can always go back and you can always edit. There's no such thing as perfect, perfection in the first go round. This is why we write, drafts after draft after draft, edit after edit. Most of us have not looked at a spelling book, have not been in a spelling bee since the 6th grade. So don't worry about spelling. Don't worry about anything. Now, me, I keep a dictionary just so I can look up some words, because I don't want to use the same words over and over. So I go into the dictionary. Now, I'm not trying to be, a wordsmith or anything like that, but you definitely want to use different words. You want to use powerful words when it comes to, marketing and things of that nature, but you don't want to use the same typical words all the time, and it also depends on the different products you are promoting, trying to be an affiliate for. So just keep that in mind. But you also want to get into the habit of, especially when if you're starting off, and you're not making a whole lot of money, you can't hire 1,000 people to do a lot of different things. So you are most of the time, you're like me, you're a one-man show, and you just have to figure this stuff out. And these tips about writing will definitely help you. Write fast, write as fast as you can, because I read a book once by Dan Kennedy, and he said the reason why he's a highly paid copywriter is not because he's the best, because he writes fast. He said he knocks them out. He just knocks them out. Writes. Then goes back, looks at them, checks them out, see how they look. Scratch them off, do this, do that, do the editing and stuff like that, and then puts it out there. And I also read a book by Stephen King, which I highly recommend if you want to be a writer, or if you ever thought about writing movie scripts, anything like that. Stephen King wrote a book called On Writing, and it's a great book. And the one thing he said, basically, I can sum up the book for you. I can sum up the book for you in a sentence. He said, just start writing, And that's the thing about all this stuff, all this online stuff, all this online business, online marketing, being an entrepreneur, this, that, and the other, Sometimes we try to we overthink things. We definitely overthink things. We just figure how much I need coaching. I don't know this, I don't know that. You don't know anything until you start doing it. That's the most important thing. You just have to start doing it. Writing, you can't get better at writing emails if you don't write emails. I write emails every day for the last 3 weeks. Now I used to go sporadically, but now I just write an email every day. Sometimes they're long, sometimes they're short, but I get them out. I write them. Some get open better than others. I don't really look at open rates. I'm more worried about who's clicking on links and who's going to be signing up for the affiliate products that I promote. Open rates are like, what's an actor that you think is, when people say, oh, they're a great actor, and you're like, I don't think so, they overrated. That's open rates. Open rates are overrated. Who cares about if 100 people open an email but none of them buy anything? It's pointless. It's pointless. Okay, but don't worry about that in the beginning. Just write emails. If you want to get better at writing emails, just write emails. If you want to get better at sales letters, or say if you want to write a Facebook post and you want to talk about, say you're in a group, you know how it is. You first get into affiliate marketing, or you first get into whatever. Well, I'll tell you a story. When I first thought about trying to get online and get into an online business, of course, somebody I was looking, and somebody hit me up with the multi-level marketing, and I was I looked at them, and they was like, I'm in this group, and then I went to the group, and basically what it was, it had like 50,000 people in the group, but it's 50,000 people trying to promote a product, and there was no real like words or like things that was eye catching to be like, oh, okay, I'll sign up for that. It was just like, hey, click this, hey, click that. So if you want to stand out, you might want to write a few more sentences than that. You don't have to be, like I said, you're not going to be a professional copywriter when you're starting off. And you might not ever be a professional copywriter, but that's okay. The most important thing is, you know what you want to say, you write it, you look at it, don't just write it and then be like, oh, that's it, I'm done, and put it out there. Write it, come back maybe 20, 30 minutes later, look at it and be like, edit a couple things and then post it, because you can always write a, if you do a video and then you write a few words, you can always make that into a Facebook ad. You can always promote the product, or try to promote the page that you have, or the page that you want to create. You can always promote that. So you just might want to think about writing sales letters as well as emails. And also, if you just want to start writing, say if you want to get into writing books, write fast. You don't have to really. The more you think about it, the more you think about it, the stiffer I believe that you become when you start overthinking things. That's when you get into trouble. That's when you get into the most trouble. I know this from personal experience. I started writing one day. I was like, "Oh, I want to write a book, and I'm going to write a book." And I started thinking, and I started writing, and I got to about 10 pages. And then I say, you know what? This is all crap. because not because it was that's not the point. The reason why I thought it was crap because I went back and read the first 10 pages. If I'd have just kept going, I might not have looked at the first 10 pages. But I decided, I said, well, let me see where I'm at. And then I read it and I was like, oh, that just sounds stupid. So when it comes to writing, when it comes to copywriting, when it comes to emails, when it comes to sales letters, you don't have to be the greatest in the world, but what you have to do is just write them out. Write them out, go back over them, edit. If you have to edit again, do that. If you have to do it again, do that. You can always go to like Upwork or Fiverr and find somebody that might want to they might edit your stuff for a decent price, So that's another thing. It's always, if there's a will, there's a way, you know what I mean? And you just have to figure all this stuff out. This stuff is not, we talk about this all the time. This stuff is hard because this stuff is hard because you don't know what you don't know. You know what I mean? So in the beginning, it seems like an undaunting task. It seems like I don't know what to do. I don't know what I'm going to do, but there's ways around this stuff. You write, you can always send it out to an editor. They have all these people on Upwork. They have all these people on Fiverr, and they probably have more people now than they ever have before because with the whole COVID thing, I mean, people are left and right having to be at home, probably don't have a lot of time on their hands, and they might not be doing a whole lot of work, unfortunately. So take advantage of that. And if somebody says, hey, I'll edit your work for, $10-20, then instead of you saying, well, let me, no, go ahead and do it. If it saves you time, I definitely say you should go ahead and do it. So, but just remember, the most important thing about this whole episode is write fast. If you're going to write an email, knock it out. If you're going to write 7 days worth of emails, write them fast, write them fast, write them fast, write them fast. Be fast. The faster you are, the better off you are because you can do more things, as that commercial when the late great Kobe Bryant said when he's talking to Kanye, and he said, what more can I do? He said, more. I need more. We need more. We need more from you. We need more from you. We all need more from ourselves. You know what I mean? So just get in there and get the writing. I thought about that because what made me think about writing today was I watched this interview with Alfred Hitchcock. He wrote a lot of stuff. He directed movies, and he was just talking about what kind of ideas he comes up with, and different things like that. And it was very fascinating. It made me think. I said, this guy, he wrote a lot of stuff. He probably wrote fast. You know what I mean? And then I read that book by Stephen King, like I told you, and Stephen King was like, he writes it. He just writes it. He doesn't look. He just writes, and then he'll put it away for like 6 weeks, and then he goes back and he edits the book, and then he sends it off, and then I guess they do what they do. They read it or whatever, and he says he has a few people read it, so that's this whole process. And I'm like, you know what? That's cool. I'm like, and at first it was taking me 2 hours to write one email, and then I would write like 3 sentences, and I was like, what's the point of this? Why am I trying to be perfect? Why am I trying to be perfect at something that I don't know anything about? You know what I mean? Like at the time, level expert, rookie. So why am I stressing over something that, and then once I stopped doing that, and actually once I stopped doing that, once I stopped stressing about the emails and I just started writing the emails, the clicks got better, So take that as you will, Don't overthink it. Don't overthink this whole process, Take it one step at a time. Do something, do some action every day. You know what I mean? And just take it easy, man. Relax. You know what I mean? It's all gonna work out, The most important thing is you don't quit. Don't stop believing. Believing. All right. Anyway, yeah, don't stop believing. I'm gonna have to take a picture of this whole setup. I got 3 books. No, I got 5 books and a notebook. for the to hold up the microphone. I keep forgetting that I'm trying to record this YouTube video. Hopefully I don't look because I'm just focused on the microphone and I'm really just talking to the microphone. And every now and then I look up at the camera, but we'll see how that goes. But anyway, now since that's it for the writing portion of the podcast. Huh? Most important thing is, end of the day, just write. It doesn't matter. Just write whatever you want to talk about in the email. Figure out what you want to talk about. And like I told you before, you don't have to steal nobody's stuff. You have your own ideas. You have lived your own life. It doesn't matter if you're 12, 18, 30, 50, 60, 70. We all been through different stuff. We've all had ups. We have all had downs. We've all had highs. We all had lows. So all you have to do is figure out what you want to talk about, and you can apply a story to anything. You know what I mean? So don't overthink it. Don't think you have to steal anybody's stuff, because most of the time, if you steal somebody's stuff, it won't sound like you. We want you to use your voice. We want to hear from you. I don't care. It's like if you ever listen to professional broadcasters and they go, at first, when I first started doing sports, I tried to sound like blah blah blah, but it wasn't me. So always avoid the whole copy and paste thing. It's pretty cheesy. But anyway, I'm about to take a picture of this setup I got going on here. I got a few books stacked up for the microphone. I might take a picture, but yeah, go to the YouTube channel, Tony Rizzono, Tony. Well, of course, it's kind of easy to spell Tony, but the last name is Resonno. Click and subscribe. We're going to do more and more videos. We just won't do videos about the podcast. You know what I mean? We'll do actual videos because I got a nice camera, man. I got to get that thing to use. Spent a few bucks on this Canon M50, so we got to get all the use we can out of it. You know what I mean? But anyway, and also, if you are watching this video on YouTube, go to wherever you get podcasts and subscribe to Online Marketing Moves. We put up a bonus video this morning, and on a daily basis, we come out with more and more podcast episodes. Some are long, some are short, and we discuss marketing. We discuss entrepreneurship. We discuss the ins and outs of running a business, all that good stuff, and we try to have as much fun as we can. Also, this is plug heaven for me. This might be plug hell for you. Who knows? Okay. All right. I'm just kidding. But anyway, also, if you want to email me at Tony@onlinemarketingmoves.com. Once again, that's Tony@onlinemarketingmoves.com. And we will put all this stuff into the notes on both the YouTube channel and also on the podcast episode. And if you want to, you can follow me on TikTok. You can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Instagram. It's all three of those are like T Rizzono. and I'm gonna leave you alone after this. Don't worry. I know this is a lot, but we have a Facebook page, Online Marketing Moves. Okay, so go be a pal. Help me out. Like the Facebook page and follow it, because we would just for right now we upload the podcast on there, and then I'll start uploading the YouTube videos. So trying to pump out as much content as possible, because as you well know, name of the game, if you want to be in affiliate marketing, giant, you got to produce some content, because as we talked about this morning, as in the bonus episode, if you haven't listened, go to the bonus episode today. We talked about branding yourself before the affiliate marketing. You want to position yourself, boom, and then once people get to know you, like you, and trust you, they will buy from you. Because, ladies and gentlemen, all of us running an online business, these businesses are for profit. I know mine. So my wife, she don't like this, but I know mine. I know mine's is, okay. If my wife heard that, she was like, "Come on, man, you better than that. Do better than that with them with that English." But anyway, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about the podcast. Tell a friend, tell a friend to tell a friend about the YouTube, and also tell all your friends and family, all your kin folks about the Facebook page. All right. But until tomorrow, we will be back with another hard-hitting episode of Online Marketing Moves. But until then, my name is Tony Zano, and as always, everybody, put peace.